So for this part, I just have to measure out a few more electrodes based on these locations that I have already. First up is FPZ, but I already measured that out here. Next one is CZ prime. So what we're going to do is take our CZ and we're going to measure 2 centimeters posterior because of the prime. We're going to mark that with a yellow pin, 2 centimeters back. Okay, so that'll be our CZ prime. I don't know if you could tell the color difference. Okay, so next up is C3 prime. So our C3 is right there. I'm going to take my tape measure and measure 2 centimeters posterior to get the prime position. And that is our C3 prime. And C4 prime, we're going to do the same thing. Take C4, measure 2 centimeters behind on the posterior side of the head. So that'll be our C4 prime. So next up, we need to find C1 and C2. So to find C1, we go on the left side and we measure the distance between CZ and C3, because C1 is between those two electrodes. Okay, so it looks like it is 8 centimeters, so half of that is 4 centimeters. We'll mark that with a white pin. And that is our C1. And then we'll go to the right side. We'll do the same thing with CZ and C4. It looks like we are at, let me put this back. We are at 8 centimeters, 7.5, so a little less than 4 is halfway between those two. So that is our C2. Lastly, I'm going to go through all the electrode locations that I just measured. I'll start anterior and go more posterior as we go. So for starters, FPZ, FP1, FP2, F7, F3, FZ, F4, F8. So this is T3, right above the ear here, C3, C1, if you could see that one, C1, CZ, C2, that one's a little hard to see again, C4, T4. This is C3 prime, CZ prime, and then C4 prime. This is T6, P4, PZ, P3, T5. And this is O2, OZ, and and O1.